bolts, I don't have my screws, all that come up missing. We've lost everything. So we're just gonna throw this all in the garbage and forget it ever happened. All right, guys, we're down here again today. We're trying to get a little bit more done. We are really wrapping this up to a close, so we got to get with it, guys. Quit making excuses. Now I got to remember which way these boards went on here. Looking at some eBay pictures here, an arcade, Donkey Kong arcade PCB. It looks like we flip this thing around. Yep, like that. Now guys, when I got this, there was this piece of lamp cord wire soldered on to the positive terminal here. We're gonna have to look into that because I have no recollection of whether this was even hooked to anything or not. It's hooked to the positive end of this capacitor here. So we'll see what happens. Get all our little locking tabs pulled out. Swiveled around in the right position. Now I want to get all of these in their holes before I snap anything down. There we go, and then we have these little tabs, these little locks that go on here. Some of these are more stubborn than others. All right, here's something I should have done, and I may pull this back off to do it. Polish these contacts while we're here. This is a fiberglass pencil pen, whatever you want to call it. It's just got fiberglass fiber sticking out of the end. And like I said, anything worth doing is worth doing twice. So I'm going to pull it back off so I can do the other side of this connector. Better late than never. Alright, flip him over and polish him up real quick. Alright, we got that side on there. We'll gently flip this over, lay it on his towel here, hopefully. You gotta be careful not to press down on any of that. hook our little jumpers back up. These little ribbon cables, well, big ribbon cables, I should say, that cross from one board to the other. All right, we got our ROMs here. You see they have little windows on them. Those really need to be covered up because UV light can actually delete them, wipe the memory off of the ROMs. I don't know if this does any good or not, but I'm going to cut some little masking tape covers to put on them. They normally have a little piece of tape or a sticker over them. But as these things get old, they dry up and they fall off. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is necessary or not. It's just something that I'm doing. It probably doesn't do any good at all. Probably doesn't make a difference, but it's not costing me anything but time. You can see these ROMs here have been reburned. They've got notes taped over them. So if they put tape over them, it's not going to hurt us to put tape over them. But I do know that, like, if I wanted to rewrite these ROMs, I do have a ROM burner. Nothing I've ever had to do before, but you know, maybe one day we'll get around to figuring out how that works. Alright guys, in case you were wondering what's in the box, we're going to do a high score save kit on this bad boy. Okay, this is from High Score Saves. And this is Braze Technologies. This is going to allow us to be able to save our high scores even after the machine's powered down. It has some other features on it which I don't quite remember. So we're going to look those up as we go. I'm going to check a quick video on this, on how to install this, and then I'm going to walk y'all through it. Even though there's already better videos out there, you know what? I'm going to learn this as we go. So, I'll be right back. I've looked into how this all goes together now. Watched a little video for it. So, yeah, there's already a video on how to put this on, but we're going to go ahead and we'll do our own little video here while we're at it. This is a 2-board Donkey Kong set. I think there's a 4-board, maybe a 3-board set that's also out there, but right here is our Z80 processor, and it's the board with our edge connector up here, and here's our little board right here. Now the first thing we want to find is the notch on the end of our chip. Well, this one has a dot. Our Z80 here has a dot right here at the top corner of it. We want to get a flathead screwdriver or something similar. All right, we want to be very carefully we want to remove the Z80 without breaking the legs, and I'm going to wheel each end up a little bit with the screwdriver here, like so. All right, we got a problem. You're not coming up on that side right there. And I got a capacitor right there where I need to get the leverage Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now it's out. I'll make sure these legs are all nice and straight because that came out of there a little bit questionable. Now, the head side, what is it? Leg 1 of the chip is right there. This one's marked by a little dot there in the corner, so we know that this is leg 1. And sometimes that's denoted by a notch right there, so we want to make sure that we put leg 1 right there. Oh, look, they even put a little 1 on the board. Make sure we get that all in there started good, and we're going to press firmly down. That's all the way in. And then we're going to take our Z80 chip and we're going to put it right back in right here. This is our make sure we get all those legs started. I should really be wearing my glasses for this too. All right. Now let's see if we can get all these little legs started in their holes. Alright, looks like everything is started. I'm going to check each one of them, as mundane as that sounds. And then press it firmly down. I'm going to check, make sure that they're all in there. Because I have in the past pushed a ship in and watched the leg just accordion up and not go in. And there we have our Braze Technologies High Score Save Kit installed. Nothing to it. Now we can install our board in our cabinet. I don't know why I cleaned those pins, because this cabinet doesn't even use that connector. Something's going wrong here. Right, got our orange and brown wire running to the point. I got 2 red and brown wires. Two red and brown wires. That goes to the service switch. There. Okay. These go to the control panel. The audio board. All right, so next we need to work on our control panel. finish getting it put together. Our control panel, our T-molding. I had to glue this side on. It was being a little bit, I didn't want it falling off the end down there, so I put a little epoxy behind it to hold it in place. So there's our overlay. Here's our brand new buttons. Start by getting our buttons lined up in here. Maybe that'd be a good way to start. We'll get somewhere that way. All right, everybody behave. Okay. All right, back to what we were doing. I know I saved everything from this. I saved it in this little container here. About to lose my mind, guys. I don't know how long I was searching for that. Oh, man. Got to finish this project, and we're going to have a shop overhaul. Guys, you know, sometimes you just you try to do the right thing. You try. You go the extra mile. You decide you're going to use new parts. You order new parts that are advertised for Donkey Kong, specifically buttons for Donkey Kong, and you get them. They come in and they look gorgeous. They look so. I mean, obviously I don't know. Maybe this was orange at one time. I don't know. But these that's why these projects take so long, because you put a lot of time and effort into them, and you're like you have a busy schedule and you make time like I'm gonna get on that project. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna get down there. I got my parts. Oops. Got my parts. I'm gonna put it together, and no, I don't have anything. I got nothing. I got a Donkey Kong 3 control panel here that looks like it might work. So we are going to borrow the nuts from this, put them on back, and keep going. Yep. Get some tools. We're doing arcade restorations. You want to make sure you get the greasiest, nastiest pair of pliers you can find. All right, guys. All right, so far my camera is overheated once and I've changed the battery twice. And we haven't even got started yet. Getting a little, really losing motivation tonight. But this project has got to get done, whether y'all witness it or not. Y'all. Y'all. Yep, y'all. Well, we are going to get through it. We are going to get this, we are going to make this happen. This is going to be a thing. Okay, now get our drill. We're going to attach our wiring harness to the back of these. Alright, set our Donkey Kong free panel over here. Not too far because we're going to need him back in just a minute. He hasn't given us all yet. Alright. I'm not feeling confident in that connector right there. That thing was really bent and I'm afraid that it's weak and it might crack. Not feeling good about it. Alright guys, got great news. Anything worth doing is worth doing twice. You got little bolts that go right here to hold the brackets on. They're supposed to go under this cover. Yeah, I gotta pull those buttons back off. Hooray for me! And the jump is really already adjusted out pretty good. But there are adjustments here. You loosen that and you can adjust these switches. You could bend these. You know, you can only bend those so many times. I'm finishing this control panel. Okay. I'm on my last battery. Y'all don't see all the running around I do around here trying to take care of other things and then come back over here, and I need to get better at shutting my camera off while I'm doing that, but I don't. I just let it run on, and then I wonder why I've got 6 hours of footage of nothing that I have to edit out and look through and watch it over when I go to edit these videos. All right, now before we can put him on there, we're gonna need some little carriage bolts to put behind here. All right, so I got some extra Nintendo coin door bolts here, which might work. Hopefully they won't be too big. The trick here is that they have to be low enough under the wood to not stick up the control panel overlay. It looks like they're going to stick up a little bit there, be a little bit high. So that's going to suck. It means we're going to have to do some extra work. All right, I'm going to try to drill these holes just deep enough to recess the bolts. Boy, that was really tough, because man, that is some soft wood. It was really wanting to chew through that. All right, that's going to work perfect, guys. That's going to get us down perfect right there. Hopefully there's still enough wood there to hold it and it doesn't just rip the bolts through the other side. You know, since everything else has been going right. I'm just full of positivity tonight, aren't I, guys? All right, back to robbing parts off of Donkey Kong 3 here. We're going to need these little hooks right here. Fingers aren't working tonight. Stubborn all the way to the end. All right. Get out of here, you. I say that, but I'm just going to go over there in a minute and get the other one off of it. Looks like it goes this way. Oh. No. Okay, guys. So Donkey Kong 3, not only is this a different length, because that's a metal control panel and it's thinner, they took that into consideration. They put a tab right here so it rests on the wood, which means this tab is going to be in the way and it's going to hit our cabinet. Second, it's longer, which is fine. I was expecting that, and I was just planning on moving the latch down lower to make up for it. Third, these holes do not line up with the holes in the original Donkey Kong cabinet. So we're back to, the stuff not working again. So I got some options here. Told you the other night that with or without y'all, I was going to get this control panel done, and that's what I did. Camera died, battery died, just nothing was going together, nothing was working right. But you know what? I didn't stop. I kept going. So let me show you what I did here. All right, so on these, I ended up having to cut the little tab off on the side there because it was for the Donkey Kong 3, the metal control panel, which was thinner, so it had to have a little tab there to space and hold the panel off. Didn't need that in this situation, so got rid of that. I cut those off. It was late that night, so I couldn't do it. So I come back down here actually yesterday, and I trimmed those off, put those back on, and man, we're good. Got our latches, locking, they're doing great. We're getting so close here.